Welcome to the Nearly Coherent Podcast. I'm Ed, and sitting there, the light reflecting off of his head and blinding me with his sexiness, is my buddy Jeff. Jeff, how are you, you Raiden, you son of a bitch, you?
Hello there, good sir. How you doing?
I'm a little disappointed that I didn't give you as good an introduction as I felt I could have, but I can't think of anything else, so we're going to go with that one.
It made me feel good. You know what song played in my head when you started talking about blinding was that song Blinded by the Light.
Oh, okay.
The one with the questionable lyric that's actually something like revved up like a deuce or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's much better than the song I thought you were going to say, which was Dancing Queen by ABBA.
Really?
Because I know how frequently that goes through your head.
Yeah, now it's in my head, but that song very never goes through my head.
You're welcome.
Not a big week for me. How about you?
I did venture outside of my house a little bit, which was weird.
Where did you go? Anywhere fun? Anywhere?
It was fun. I believe you know that I'm taking classes to get that educational certificate that they go like, hey, you did a thing. And I can be like, look, I did a thing. Stop being disappointed in me, family. Haha.
This Yes, I've heard that.
Yes. So the one I'm taking this semester, or this 8 weeks, or whatever it is music appreciation. And this past week, I had to go to you have to go to a concert to do a concert review for the class. And I was looking for a concert that would be easier for me to get through and not have to deal with like a ton of people.
Okay.
So over the weekend, it was actually the 15th is when this went down, I believe. And it was a Valentine's Day concert. Didn't realize that when I bought the tickets. Or a swing, a big band swing kind of deal.
Okay.
And I love anything with a good brass section.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
I know people bust on swing because I know for a little while there, the big bad voodoo daddies and the cherry poppin' daddies and whatever else were kind of gave it a bad name, and then those hideous Gap commercials. But if you listen to real swing music, good swing music, man, I could listen to that any day.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. I believe that they're excellent, but yeah, Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
I pass no judgment on liking them. I just meant that they were not well liked bands. They did to swing music what Nickelback did to, I don't know, Canada.
Fair enough. Yeah. So I went to this thing and again did not know it was a Valentine's Day themed thing, so that was awkward. Also awkward, I brought down the average age of the room to probably about 87.
Okay.
I was surrounded by the elderly.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned that you bought tickets.
Yeah.
Did you buy more than one ticket or did you go to this alone?
No. I went with my dad, which is super because he likes that music too.
Fucking awesome. That is awesome. I love that you took your dad to on a Valentine's Day to a swing band concert for old people.
I had no idea that it was a swing band Valentine's Day thing for old people.
Yeah, no, that's why I love it. If you did it on purpose, I would just be sad for you. The fact that you did it.
Oh, that's what you do with your days? Ugh.
Yeah.
It was real weird. My dad was happy about it because he felt young there. That he doesn't get to do very frequently.
Wow. A little bit of a backhanded compliment that old Pop's there. I don't know if he deserved that one.
I'm pretty sure I made the joke while he was in front of me, so this isn't anything new.
Oh, I'm sure he can take it. And I'm also equally sure that there'll be retaliation waiting for you.
True. What was really interesting was back when I was in high school, I played the trumpet. I was the first chair trumpet person. So I was like the guy for the brass section. And my teacher was a trumpet player. So like I basically got an A just by default.
Yeah, just by being there and being
Just by showing up. I would get away with such weird crap in that class. Like one time I was, mind you, the class was 45 minutes. I was 33 minutes late to class because some weirdness occurred. And I walked in and my teacher was about to yell at me and I handed him a cheeseburger and said, just here, eat this, you'll be fine. And then sat down and never said anything about it again.
Perfect. It's one way of getting out of things.
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. But there was 3 schools in my district. One of them, the band didn't matter. They sucked, so I don't care. And then there was another one that had, I was more of a classical trumpet player, and the other school had a actual jazz studying trumpet player who was really, 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 really good. I constantly referred to him as my trumpet nemesis.
Okay.
Even though he was a very nice guy. We got along whenever we had to play with each other, district bands or whatever. Real good dude. But, he's my enemy.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah. He's in this band as one of their trumpet players.
Really?
I had no idea. So I was sitting there being like, I need to go buy a new trumpet. Even though my trumpet's perfectly fine, I could just throw some valve oil in there and be fine. Now I'm just like, no, I need
So you could just play it.
Yeah, I need a silver one now because I make adult money and I can just buy shit like that. Who cares?
How much is a trumpet? And I say that being very sure that they range from like a $250 student trumpet, up to something that is much more expensive depending on the, the metals and the this and that. But I've never, I can say that's one thing I have never shopped for is trumpets.
If I got it used, it would be $1,500.
Oh, wow. They really do get up there.
Yeah. I think the retail price of it is 35 or $4,000.
Wow. What makes it so expensive? First of all, who makes it?
Bach.
Okay. And
Bach Stradivarius trumpet. I've got the silver. The brass, the gold one.
Yeah.
Those are the ones.
Right. That's brass, right?
Yeah. Well, they're both
pure brass, but the other one is coated.
Right. Yeah. No, I want that. I've wanted a silver trumpet since I was playing trumpet regularly. So I think I deserve it.
Now that's the same trumpet you have in gold, the same model, just in a different color.
More or less. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically like when I buy another iPad to just go with my one iPad.
Right. Right.
Completely superfluous.
You do have a habit.
I don't need it, but I want it.
Yeah. You definitely have a habit of doing that kind of stuff. Right.
Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking that maybe this is the thing that when I buy it, I will finally fill that void in my soul. It's never full. Never.
Not it.
Mm-mm.
Now, let me ask you this. What do you want more? You want that trumpet or a silver trumpet? Like, would you settle for one? Like, if you saw another one that was in good shape, but it just wasn't that, would you be like, yeah, I'll get it? Or you're pretty good with, I want that specific trumpet. If I'm going to get something I don't need, I'm going to get exactly what I want.
Yeah, that's
okay.
I'm used to all the things. I mean, like, technically a trumpet is a trumpet, but like Yamahas back when I was playing more regularly were a little bit, it felt a little tighter. So it was harder to blow through. It didn't feel as
well crafted. Yeah, sure.
It felt well crafted. It's just a different, it's like driving a, I don't know, really expensive domestic car versus a really expensive other car. I don't know cars.
No, you know
literally
what?
This entire metaphor is completely useless to me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. There are, when you drive a real cheap car, you can tell the difference to when you drive even if it's most likely is more expensive, but it is just a more well-crafted car. You can tell the difference.
Okay, so here's the car thing. So in the Fast and the Furious movies, Vin Diesel only drives Dodges or domestic cars, and whatever Paul Walker's character's name is, Brian, I believe, he only drives foreign cars. They're both very good cars. It's all entirely on who's driving them.
Yeah.
I just prefer to be Vin Diesel because I believe Vin Diesel would be a Bach. So.
Okay, that's fair. I never thought I'd hear somebody describe Vin Diesel in that way, but there's,
if somebody's going to somehow tie the trumpet into the Fast and the Furious movies, there's only one person who's qualified.
It's going to be you.
It's me.
It would be nice if they let you do the theme song, all trumpet theme song for the next one. Don't know how much it fits with the movie, but
it would just be me going into the trumpet.
Two things. The first is that when it comes to instruments and even something like the drums, I mean, drumsticks have very different feels, and it's not that one is better than the other necessarily, but they have different feels, even ones that are the same. Like 5B is the standard drumstick that you would get for like concert band.
Mm-hmm.
Different companies, their 5B drumsticks just had different feels. So I totally get it. Another instrument that they say about is guitars. Guitars are like that.
Yeah.
You play two $2,500 guitars and just the fretwork and the intonation on the strings is different. The playability is just different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The other thing I have a question for you is this.
Go ahead.
So now Hobbs and Shaw have their branch of the FFU.
Uh-huh.
And if you were asked, you need to do a trumpet theme song to either the next Hobbs and Shaw or the next Fast and the Furious, which one do you pick?
I feel like it would work better for Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw is more of a spy movie with a automobile / fighting twist, and Fast and the Furious is more of a racing movie with a spy twist. So I feel like just a spy-based movie would be more of what my particular trumpet skills would work for.
Very interesting.
Whereas my High School Nemesis would be better for a Fast and the Furious trumpet-based theme.
There's a lot more thought put into that answer than I ever expected. I feel like, and I'll tell you right now, and I think I should make this disclaimer, I did not ask him about this question before we recorded. And I say this because that was one of our most coherent and well thought out answers to, I would say, top 3 stupidest questions ever asked on the podcast.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it would easily top 3.
I just asked if you got picked to do an all trumpet theme song to to your choice from major Hollywood blockbuster franchise. And you really
specifically Fast and Furious based
yes
franchise, which I feel is a much more difficult thing to rationalize as quickly as I did.
It is. I feel like the theme song to every Fast and the Furious movie should be sung by a guy wearing an upside down visor who kind of knows the lyrics to Linkin Park, but not like doesn't know all the lyrics.
Only knows the rap half. Doesn't know any of the actual singing part.
I like when when you're singing the like when you're singing the chorus and it's like crawling in my skin, these wounds I do not feel, which are not the right words, but it's kind of close and fits the rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
Like that kind of guy. He's got the frosted tips. He's 100% wearing camouflage cargo shorts.
Oh, so Mark McGrath.
Yeah, but I would say shorter and with a beer belly.
Basically, Mark McGrath's mini-me.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Got it. I do, 100%.
Really picture that guy.
Yeah.
He's got a puddle of mud tattoo or something.
Oh no. That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're listening and you have a puddle of mud tattoo, I want you to know that right now we're judging you hard.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. If that person even exists, I have to say, I really hope that they don't listen to us. And I know that beggars can't really be choosers, but still, if you have a puddle of mud tattoo and it's not puddle of mud sucks or puddle of mud with like the no smoking or Ghostbusters, do not circle around it, then we don't need your business. We don't need you here.
You really don't.
No, I'm sorry. We don't.
We appreciated your time up till now, but if you listen again after this, we're going to have to call a police person.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. You know what? I read an article today that it's just another one of those, what? Like, what? What did he say? I don't know if you're familiar with Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union.
So I was just on Twitter, 5 minutes before we were recording, and I saw somebody talking about something with Dwayne. So I presumed it's either that.
It is.
Or the guy from
Kadeem Hardison's magnificent Dwayne Wade from a different world.
Yes, that was the one.
Or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They're the only 3 Dwaynes I know.
If you're talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you're just calling him The Rock.
Yeah.
Or Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. You're not calling him Dwayne.
The Rock does have to be in there.
Yeah.
Him and Oprah made a joke about running in 2020.
Mm.
And I would not vote for Oprah because I don't like her. She's just annoying. But I would vote so many times for The Rock. I would just keep voting. I would vote in part of Dead Relatives. I would do all of that just to have The Rock be president. First of all, it would be the next logical step in our country's evolution.
Also, can you imagine The Rock and that orange diaper filled with rotten baby food on a debate stage?
Oh my God.
It would be the most magnificent thing in the world, because
that happened at WWF's Monday Night Raw. Like
that would be where the debates are.
Our president squared off against Vince McMahon on USA Network.
I think it would be fitting that we'd have at that point 2 presidents in a row that are in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. So really moving up.
That would be, if I ever say that no, you know what? I won't even be unhappy about it because can't do anything about Trump being in the Hall of Fame. He's already the president. And let's face it, he's going to be for another 4 years in all likelihood. So we're hoping like Rock 2024 at this, although maybe he's the only man that could take him down.
I don't know.
Imagine that.
I just don't know.
Imagine that movie.
Just The Rock saving America.
The Rock just running. That would be like the movie Head of State, where Chris Rock, another famous, my second favorite Rock, third if you count Rock, the garbage man from the old Fox show. Love that show. Played by Charles S. Dutton. That really is a show, by the way. It's called Rock, and it was awesome.
Okay. I believe you.
I'm very surprised that you don't know that show, by the way.
I was so lost in the fact that we already have like years of Rock the Vote t-shirts that The Rock could just be using.
Oh my God, you're right.
So I wasn't really, I gotta be honest with you, I was only half paying attention as I'm sitting there being like, can you imagine every Urban Outfitters all of a sudden just bringing those back because they're all just overpriced thrift stores?
Yeah, I almost wish you didn't say that because you put that idea out there. Now somebody's going to steal it. That is a $1 million idea. That's a $1 million idea.
It is.
Oh,
we should cut this out and then go and find all those shirts and then put this into a different episode. And then the 6 people that listen to that episode can spread the word and we can make a ton of money.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, guys, keep this between us. Keep this between us. Don't say nothing, both of you. So.
Yeah, Dad.
Oh, that's it. That's how he's going to get you back.
I knew
That's how he's going to get you back.
Jerk.
Your father's going to sell your idea to Urban Outfitters and cut you out of the will. Like, oh yeah, who went to an old person concert now? Back to Dwayne Wade, Wade, and his wife Gabrielle Union. They have a son, I believe 12 years old, that has come out saying that they identify as female and are choosing to use the she/her pronouns.
Okay.
So this is obviously huge news. They're both and they have been outspokenly supportive of her.
Okay, cool. First question, who is Dwayne Wade?
Oh, he's one of the most famous basketball players of all time.
Okay.
He played for the Miami Heat. He won championships there with Shaquille O'Neal and LeBron James, who are
I know those names.
2 other famous basketball players. You may know them from Shazam and Space Jam 2, respectively. And he's married to Gabrielle Union, who I'm sure you do know, but she played Marcus Brunette's sister in Bad Boys 2.
Yeah, I know her.
Anyway, so they've come out. I think they were on Ellen today or yesterday, or I'm not sure what day they were on. Like parents should be. They are standing behind their child. Okay. So I think he's a rapper. I don't know. I'm old. I have no idea who this guy is. His name's Boozy Badass, which, I mean, it's Boozie Badass.
I believe it is Boosie and then Badazz.
Is it? Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter, honestly.
Well, I think the Badazz already indicates a lack of making good choices.
Well, I was just going to say, so you know what I'm about to tell you is an intelligent and well-informed argument.
Yeah.
He goes on Twitter on this rant about cutting his dick off and talking about a 12-year-old this way, which was weird. And it was this, like, he went crazy on Twitter and probably like really ruined a lot of chances that he might have to make some money. And the best is it was about nothing, because I think the whole point, well documented or very apparent, that they weren't talking to their child about gender reassignment surgery or any of that. I think they were simply saying that the child right now is choosing to use the he or she. The she and her pronouns. And all I could think was, shut up. Like, why can't somebody just shut up? Just shut the fuck up. You have nothing to do with anything. Like, nobody's asking your opinion. Just shut the fuck up. You don't have to do it. The only good that came of this is that somebody suggested Dwayne's got to fight him now, because this was an attack. Like, this is an attack on his child. And they said that he has to fight. They should fight now. And I think that's a great idea, because there's nothing more I like than celebrities fighting each other, especially when it's like actual celebrities. Like, yeah, I don't want to see the guy from Bagel Boss fight Jose Canseco or whoever the fuck it was. I don't need to see that. But two actual celebrities would be awesome.
Yeah, I could see where that would be. And if you do it as a pay-per-view, you might be able to make enough money to, I don't know, buy Boozy Badass a better alphabet set.
Oh yeah.
You don't even need both Z's, man. As and as, same thing. I'm really hung up on the spelling. I mean, also his idiotic views of life, but
yeah, I don't get it. Was there already a Boozy Badass with the two S's out there that he had to change it?
I don't know. Maybe that username was taken on Twitter and he was like, wow, gotta do something else now.
Oh yeah. That's how I used to get my Xbox names when I was 16 years old.
Yeah. It's like how the BBC reporter Ed Thomas has to have a different number after his name.
What is he?
I don't know. It's like Ed Thomas 73. Or I haven't gotten in a while, but I used to get tweets from him all the time. It was great.
Is he older than you?
I believe so.
Because I'm just thinking when he dies, you're going to get like an influx of tweets.
Ugh. And I have a policy of responding to all of them being like, on behalf of the Ed Thomas you meant to mention, thank you for, I'm sure they worked very hard on whatever it is you're saying was good.
Yo, when you start getting the death tweets, answer them and don't say that you're a different Ed Thomas.
But my avatar is different.
It doesn't matter.
I'm a strikingly good-looking human, and the other Ed Thomas is a guy. I mean, I'm sure he's fine, but
it doesn't matter. If they're sending it to you, they already aren't looking.
That's true.
So I'm saying,
if I just respond with "ooh" or a gif of a ghost,
like if they say, "Oh, our best, our condolences or our prayers with you and your family," just write back like, "Yeah, thanks. They're probably going to need them." I think you should do that.
All right, I'll do that. I'm gonna have to take the day off from work for that.
Yeah, you get 15 more minutes though.
That's true. I do love those 15 minutes. So good. It better be that than the poor guy whose name is Michael Cohen on Twitter when the whole Michael Cohen thing was happening. He's like, well, my mentions are dead forever. This is great.
Yeah. Oh, might as well hang up this Twitter. Been fun.
Oh, good times. Just check who you're tweeting. It might not be the person you intend to be yelling at and calling a big stupid turd.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would be funny if Ed Thomas 73 from the BBC is getting your hate tweets and he's like, well, what the fuck? I'm not this guy.
I'm not on this podcast. Why is this? What are they talking about? I don't even understand.
That's why we're not getting any negative feedback, is because it's all going to this guy from the BBC.
He's just having a stiff upper lip about it, not saying anything. What a jerk.
Yeah, he is. He's taking it on the chin.
Ugh. Stop being so noble, Ed Thomas 73. I really hope it's Ed Thomas 73 and that I'm not messing that up. I might be. Don't tweet at him. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, it's not you. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's true. What do I care? I'm never going to see it.
Right.
So what else is going on with you? How's life, buddy?
Right now, man, life is boring.
That's good for podcasting.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. We went to a water park over the weekend, and
indoor, I hope.
Yes, indoor.
Good.
And a kid at the table behind me, in a fit, threw his yogurt on the floor, and it got all over my back.
Oof.
So I was not happy. Not so much because the little kid threw the yogurt, because he's a little kid and that's what they do, but because the parents were so shitty and the kids were so unwieldy. And then they see me get up and try to wipe the yogurt off of my own back, which is not easy.
No.
And they say nothing. And like now I'm standing over their table staring at them as I'm trying to get the yogurt off of my back, and they're looking at me. One of them smiles. I'm like, oh my God, lost it. I'm so angry. But my kids were all sitting there, so I say nothing. Then we go later and we're in the lazy river.
Best water ride hands down, by the way.
Not at this place, because it's It's a little bit compact. They have way too many tubes in there. And then 90% of the kids don't go in tubes and just run around it.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Damn it, kids. It's the lazy river, not the burn out your energy. That's what the wave pool's for, you asses.
Yeah, it's horrible. It was very annoying. So they're in there, though, of course, running around. And it took every single fiber of my being to not charge them in this tube and use the tube as a battering ram to hammer this kid's head against the side of the lazy river. I had to hold back like so dearly. I was proud of myself that I did, but I do still, now looking back on it, I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I could have exacted some vengeance on this little shit.
On the little kid that threw the yogurt, or the parent?
No, it was the kid. That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, no, you got to get the parents in there.
Oh, man.
You got to drown them.
Yeah, I was proud. I was very proud of myself that I didn't do it.
I'm proud of you.
But I'm telling you, I saw the whole thing, like Tony Stark's vision of Thanos' snap. I saw the whole thing play out in my head.
That's horrifying. Did Chris Evans reach up to you and say that you could have stopped it too?
No, because I think that would have driven me over the edge, and I would have battering rammed this kid right in his noggin. I thought it's a bad look. I figured if I ever run for some sort of political office, that definitely would come back. Although imagine in the Ritter 2024 campaign trail, the security cam footage from Great Wolf Lodge comes up of me hammering some kid's head off the side of the lazy river. That they'd be like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe that'd be the thing that caused people not to vote.
Yeah, but on the other hand, that's theoretical. You have a lot of podcast episodes we'd have to go through if you decided to run through for office. So,
oh yeah,
you might want to make that decision sooner than later. Is all I'm saying.
And I think some of them are out there, right? I don't know if we can completely erase the trail.
There's a lot of them out there.
Maybe I'll pass. So, what else you got?
That's it, man. That's it. I need a nap. I need about 45 hours of sleep.
Oh, that sounds good. I was asleep before we recorded, if you couldn't tell by how bad I've been at this.
I've wanted to be asleep for like 6 hours.
Yeah?
It's been a day. I'm very sleepy.
Yeah, towards the end of the day, I was dragging it too. So, but I think we're getting a little too interesting for the folks out there.